And tonight we are debuting a new segment here on the news at 6, Doc Talk. We are taking viewers' health questions, your questions about anything, straight to local doctors to get some answers.
And now joining us tonight for our first Doc Talk is Dr. Leo Lopez. He's the primary care physician with University Health. So we want to get started with people's questions. Again, we put this on our website. We prompted this, and then many of you had lots of questions. And we're going to start with this one. It's about the COVID vaccine. As you know, it's going around. A lot of people are getting the virus again. And this person wants to know, is the current COVID vaccine the most updated, or is it a refined version that's coming out within the next couple of months? And they want to know, should we get the one that's available right now or wait for the next one?
It's a really important question. And so, yes, the COVID vaccine that is available at your local pharmacy is the most updated that is out. In fact, the vaccines that were released back in 2021 and last year are actually no longer available. So the vaccine is safe and effective, and if you're 6 months or older, you should get vaccinated. It's a really important way to protect your health, the health of your loved ones, and the health of the community.
So don't wait.
Do not wait. This is the most updated version of the vaccine, and is really specifically made for this season.
Okay, just a follow-up question on that. I'm sorry. So should we think about getting the COVID vaccines like the same way that we do the flu shot at this point? Are we at that point with COVID vaccines that we should get it once a year?
So that isn't set in stone yet, but I am hopeful and do anticipate that in the coming years, our scientists will continue to work hard to help us protect the health of our community. And ideally, we'll have a COVID vaccine that is up to date with the latest COVID strain.
Okay. Another vaccine question, not just about COVID, though. What are the differences, this viewer asks, in the COVID vaccine, pneumonia vaccine, and Brisvo? I hope I'm saying that correctly. That's the new RSV vaccine that's out. This person is concerned. They said that seems like there are a lot of side effects for the older generation. Please explain.
Sure. And this is a really important point. So, RSV is short for the respiratory syncytial virus. And in most young adults, it might cause a cold that isn't too bad. But as folks get older, particularly over 60 years of age, it can actually get really serious and dangerous. In fact, it can get so bad that folks can actually land in the hospital. So there is an RSV vaccine that is available and effective for folks who are 60 years and older. And like most vaccines, you might have some tenderness, some pain, some inflammation at the site of the injection. But otherwise, this is another option to try and help keep you safe during this time. What makes this vaccine kind of unique is that should be done, getting the vaccine should be done through a process called shared decision making. So it would definitely suggest folks meeting with their doctor to understand their health risks, and the clinician can use their clinical judgment to make the decision that is right for every patient.
But the differences in the vaccine, I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, these are all different types of respiratory viruses. So the vaccines, when we're talking about COVID, pneumonia, RSV, it's targeting different things. That's
right. There are 3 different types of germs. And so this vaccine is specific for the RSV, or the respiratory syncytial virus.
Okay. The next question here is, do you have thoughts on diabetics using weight loss drugs like Mounjaro? Are they safe?
I think another really important question. So medications like Mounjaro or semaglutide, liraglutide, folks might know some of these as Ozempic. They are effective options for specific patients, and I do use them in my practice, under certain circumstances, because not only are they effective in helping manage diabetes, but they can also help with weight loss, which in and of itself helps us control our diabetes as well. But again, like with any other type of medication, there are some side effects. Some of the common ones with medications like Mounjaro or Ozempic are kind of getting an upset stomach, maybe some nausea, vomiting, that sort of thing. And we don't yet know the long-term kind of safety profile for this medication. But definitely encourage folks to have that conversation with their doctor to ensure that they have a treatment option that's right for them.
Just to follow up with that, because a lot of people are taking semaglutide, they're going to med spas to get this done.
Sure.
They're not going to doctors necessarily.
Sure. No, and I think it's an important question. I think that medications like semaglutide and liraglutide, these are FDA-approved medications for even treating weight loss in patients that are needing that type of intervention. So I can't really speak to the med spas and that sort of thing, but what I can say is that we at University Health are ready to help care for you and your family, and we welcome you to our number of clinics all across town so that you have the care that you need.
Yeah, talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question comes from a viewer who has quit smoking. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This person asks, I am 3 years smoke-free. Is it really necessary to still get scanned?
Excellent, and thank you for the question. And I believe what the question is asking is, for folks who are smoking and quit, would they still benefit from having a CAT scan that looks for lung cancer? The answer is it depends. So the guidelines are for anyone who is 50 years to 80 years of age, who have smoked on average 1 pack per day for 20 years and are currently smoking, or have quit within the past 15 years, they should get an annual CT scan that looks for cancer. As we know, lung cancer is one of the most deadly cancers in the U.S. So this is a tool that we can use to try and find cancer before it gets too bad and causes symptoms, and with the hope that we can get treatment where it's needed and hopefully save lives.
This next question, I believe, is about cholesterol, and the person wants to know what vitamins, medications, or foods can lower triglycerides.
Yeah, no, thank you for the question. So for triglycerides, it really depends a little bit on the different triglyceride levels. But for all patients who are kind of struggling in this way, we'd all benefit from making a few changes to our lifestyle. So we know that a healthy weight loss can help with triglycerides. So following a diet where we get at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. We try to avoid fast foods, limiting that to more or less no more than 2 times per week, trying to eliminate sugary drinks, that sort of thing. But also exercise is a huge component that can help with the healthy weight loss. So we want to aim for about 150 minutes of exercise every week. What that adds up to is about 30 minutes of exercise a day for 5 days a week, things as simple as walking. So we know if we can do that, that can help with the triglycerides. So as next steps, definitely recommend connecting with their doctor to understand where their levels are, understanding their risks of developing things like heart disease, and whether there are other supplements or other dietary changes that they would benefit from in their kind of specific and personalized way.
Our last question here this evening comes from a viewer who is curious about lupus. They ask, why is it hard to diagnose someone with lupus even after constant symptoms and positive ANA blood work?
Sure. So lupus is a type of condition that we know that we call an autoimmune disease. This means that the body's in effect attacking itself. And it can be devastating. In fact, it can cause changes in our vision, can cause heart problems, kidney damage, joint pain. And it can be frustrating going through that evaluation as well. Unfortunately, just having an elevated blood test like an ANA doesn't necessarily mean someone has lupus. So I definitely suggest connecting with their primary care doctor or with their specialist that we call a rheumatologist, who is an expert in diagnosing and treating conditions like lupus so that they get the best care plan and treatment for them.
Okay.
All right. Dr. Lopez, thanks so much for being our first doc on Doc Talk.
Of course. Thank you for the
Appreciate
opportunity.
it. And thank you for all the information. Obviously, you've got a lot of people who are curious and want to speak with doctors and get that information directly, so we appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
I want to remind people before we go to break, if you have questions, go to KSAT12, search Doc Talk, send us your questions. We'll ask them next week. We'll be right back. The FCC voted to open a process that could reinstate net neutrality rules for internet providers today.
The 3-2 vote sets in motion what's expected to be a months-long debate over the future of the rules for internet providers. The FCC proposal would basically regulate internet providers and stop them from blocking or slowing down consumers' access to websites, and also speeding up access to favored websites that pay them a fee. An FCC chairperson said that the proposed rules can also set the stage for future regulations covering everything from consumer privacy to also national security.
Let's take a look outside with live cam here again this evening. You stepped outside today. You felt it was warming up. So just how warm are we talking for this time of year, Adam?
Oh, we're talking 90s starting tomorrow. Woo. So, we're
back.
Fall's just being put on hold for a little bit. We're just setting it off to the side. It'll be back, just not within the foreseeable future yet. 88 currently, so still rather warm, but notice we're going to cool quickly. By 9 o'clock, we're at 74, midnight 66, and tomorrow morning, I think most of us will be in the upper 50s. We'll talk more about the record-challenging warmth that we have on the way, along with our rain chances and another thermometer winner coming right up.
All right, so we just talked about record warmth right before we went on break, and I thought we were done with that, Adam. I know you've been talking about it, but I've been secretly wishing that, no, he's just joking. It's not true.
I know, I'm sorry. You know, we were below average for several days, temperatures below average. I was hoping, hey, maybe we could report on a record low in the morning. That would be different. No such thing. Now we're getting back into record high territory. Starting tomorrow, take a look at it. 94 the high temperature. That'll be a record by 2 degrees. 93 for the high on Saturday. That would be a record by 1 degree. And then on Sunday, it's still warm at 88. We're just dropping the temperature a little bit because more clouds will be streaming overhead and they'll thicken up a little bit. And then in the low to mid 80s next week. So let's talk about the overall pattern, what it means for us, especially in terms of rain chances. Well, first of all, this upper level high, the big blue H, that'll slowly be settling in over the next couple of days. Sunny, pressing down on us, and that's one reason why we're going to be feeling our heat. But this upper high is also blocking the progression, slowing the progression of Hurricane Norma northward. Norma, south of Cabo San Lucas, Category 3 currently. And it's pushing northward, slowly creeping its way northward. Then it's going to arc east, and the remnants moving over Mexico late Sunday. And then the leftover energy and moisture in the air will get picked up in our upper level flow and pushed over Texas. And actually, we're going to see a disturbance move in and set itself up to throw a little bit of energy our way. I just think the best energy, where we're going to have the most lift and rain, will be parts of West Texas and especially in North Texas. I do think we'll have some rain around here, just not as much as our friends to the north. And we'll even have some energy coming in from the Gulf down to the south of us, and that could help kickstart the rain starting on Monday. 20% chance, mostly originating near the Gulf of Mexico. And then the rest of next week, daily 30% chances. So isolated in nature is what we're expecting. Temperatures right now in the 80s around town. The dew points, though, down in the 40s and 30s. I mean, we're talking 38. Port SA, 42 for the dew point in San Antonio. Converse, 37. So dry air back in place from that cold front that moved through earlier today that just reinforced our dry air. Remember, this dry air cools off quickly and warms up efficiently as well. But we're gonna say goodbye to the dry, crisp air by Monday. We're in the thick of the humidity. Dew points well into the 60s at that point. So back to the sticky, muggy weather, which also means warmer mornings, noticeably warmer mornings, and no more fall-like feel in the air then, at least putting it on pause. 59 at 7 a.m., but look how quickly we'll warm up. By 10 a.m., we're at 76. At noon, we're 87 degrees. And then at 4 o'clock, we hit our high temperature of 94. Again, that would be a record by 2 degrees. Nothing but sunshine tomorrow. That's going to spell 97 in Del Rio, 96 in Eagle Pass, Gonzales, Beeville 94, Kerrville 93, Helotes 91, New Braunfels about 96 for the high temperature. I mentioned earlier we get back into the 80s. The thick humidity's back on Monday, lasting through the rest of next week. And those morning temperatures, they're back into the upper 60s and 70 degrees next week. So the fall-like feel we had in the mornings and the sweatshirt weather, light jacket weather we had, unfortunately, that's all changing, at least for the time being.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. Love it. So, ran into a little issue the other day. Every so often when I'm blowing glass, I get a little too excited and I pop a hole in the end of the bulb. The glass expands, it thins out, and then poof, I get a hole, and sometimes I say something not very nice. But anyway, I want to show you what this looks like. You can tell, and we can even take a full screen. Here you go. I'm puffing down the glass, and you see the flame get pushed out the side a little bit. that's me just blowing air out of the hole at the end. And I've honestly, I mean, I've blown some holes in these before, but I've never had that where I can kind of play around with the flame and see it kind of push off to the side. I thought, wow, that's an interesting phenomenon. I mean, pretty simple, but interesting. Coming up next week, I'll show you how I fix that hole and what it looks like afterwards and how it can make some of the most unique looking thermometer bulbs, if it works out, of course. It all has to work out. So we'll get into that. But anyway, isn't that kind of cool? Just a little change in pace when blowing the thermometers. It takes a lot of time, too, to fix that. Anyway, I've got the homemade thermometer winner this week, Angela Baptiste of San Antonio. Congratulations. You can go to KSAT12.com/thermometer to enter the drawing to win one of the homemade thermometers.
But congratulations to Angela.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Adam. We'll be right back.
All right, I'm speaking to all my friends out here. All serial snoozers, do not feel bad about your morning habit because new studies say that snoozing your alarm can actually be beneficial. A new report that was published in the Journal of Sleep Research found that briefly snoozing, maybe that's the key, briefly snoozing, can be healthier compared to just waking up after the first alarm goes off.
That research found that brief snooze periods can help against mood decline, improve cognitive function, and alleviate sleep inertia.
Maybe it's because you slowly wake up.
Ease into
Yeah, you ease into your morning. We'll go with that. All right. So in Nebraska, a blood donation that's really unlike anything that you've probably ever heard of. A kitten at a humane society would have died over the weekend if it weren't for a Siberian husky's blood.
The kitten named Thorn was covered in fleas and anemic, but it was thanks to that blood transfusion from the husky, called Brett Michaels, by the way.
Okay.
That's the husky's name, that vets were able to save that kitten's life.
I didn't know you could use blood from different species.
Thorn, Brett Michaels.
I'm all about it. We'll be right back. All right, so 2 new baby beasts have joined a UK zoo named after Harry Potter characters, of course. It is the UK. They were born at Whipsnade Zoo, which is just north of London. Female Yanktons was born on September 20th, while the male, named Cedric, was born on October 7th.
These were once widespread throughout South Asia, but wild yaks in South Asia are now a vulnerable species. But the successful breeding program at the Whipsnade Zoo offers some hope for their future.
Here's the news drought monitor, updated every Thursday, and it's still bad news for us around here, but we know that. The extreme and exceptional drought, it's ongoing. There have been improvements in other parts of Texas, especially off to the north and even farther south, closer to Laredo. Mornings warming up back to near 70 next week.
Okay.
All right, thanks,
you.
Adam.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on